Welcome, Libra, to the Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. My name is Ava, and this is your March 2026 Astro Tarot forecast, which is relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Libra. I have a cuspy Libra, Scorpio rising. Sometimes the Libra readings are very relevant to me. So it's important for you to look at all three aspects of your chart to get a much more broad and accurate forecast. This is a combination of astrology and the tarot. In the astrology segment, which is this one, I follow the transits of Mars and Venus exclusively because they are a fast-moving planets, and they reside rather temporarily in any particular sign, giving us a much more focused and current event energy. So it helps us to understand the dynamics of the month more exclusively for the month. By the way, this is my lanai here on the big island of Hawaii. I'm in my hammock, and this is a very comfortable and beautiful place to read for you, or to bring this forecast for you. There's a lovely breeze today. It's cloudy and chillier than usual. I think the temperature's about 75 or so. It's our winter in Hawaii. It's as cold as it gets. So this month, Libra, Mars and Venus are transiting two different signs. So we get a kind of a mix of energies. The Mars is going to transit into Pisces, and Venus is going to transit into Aries. This is your 6th and 7th house. The 6th house is about the everyday, daily routine that you engage in. It's about health. It's about work. And the 7th house is about your relationship, your primary, most important relationship or relationships. Mars being the symbol of aggressive, forward-moving, ambitious, driven energy, now occupies your 6th house. So you may have an urge to organize, to put in order, to get things done. The to-do list that you may or may not have is going to feel as if you've got to do it, and you've got to do it now. You've got to get everything done. So you might be running around like a chicken without its head, trying to do as much as you can to make sure that you complete your tasks. As far as work is concerned, you're going to be very driven, burning the candle at both ends in a sense. Sometimes with Mars here, people work to the point of exhaustion, trying to get ahead or the completion of work projects. But it's also the house of health. So you'll be incentivized to eat well, to go on an exercise program. Just don't go into a state of mania about it. Try to balance, because again, Mars is going to incentivize you to work out aggressively, or to go on a diet that's a little extreme. So just be cautious about that. Now, Venus transiting the 7th is quite beautiful. The 7th is the house, again, of your primary personal relationships. And it could be a partner. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. But some relationships that are important to you are emphasized. And Venus represents love, harmony, comfort, sweetness. But it also represents money. So money through partnerships, money gained through your significant other, increase of money through your relationship. But it can also bring diplomacy into your relationship. Now, Libra, you are a born diplomat and arbiter. That's why there's such a high percentage of lawyers who are Libra. You're represented by the scale of justice. So there may be a lot of negotiating, mediating, resolving of conflict within a relationship, bringing your relationship to a new level of harmony and sweet love. So this combination is really quite beautiful, because your relationship the person that is your significant other may contribute to the your ambition within your work, or help you with your health, or help you to complete tasks as an aid or an advisor. So this is the background energy for the month, and we'll build on this in the following tarot forecast. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. And if you would like a personal and private reading with me, I've been reading most of my life. I'm 74. I think I started reading when I was 30 or so. And I forgot to mention that I might be even reading in person in a little town called Pahoa, near where I live here in Hawaii. It's a tiny, tiny town, very tiny town. They don't have a lot of commerce there, but there is a beautiful town, beautiful little shop that sells clothes called the Mystical Closet. And there's a garden area in the back, and they have permitted me to read privately there for anybody who lives in and around the area. So if you're watching and you happen, very unlikely, but if you happen to live near Pahoa, I'm going to be reading there on Saturday afternoons and Tuesday afternoons so far, which will be interesting because I haven't read like that. I've only done online readings for the last 9 years through this channel, and this will be an interesting experience for me, going back to reading one-on-one like that in front of someone. I think it's very exciting for me. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. So now wait for your forecast coming up now. Namaste and aloha. So welcome, Libra, to your tarot forecast for March 2026. A reading relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Libra. I try to correlate this reading to the astrological forecast that we've just experienced, and use it as a ground base for the reading. Let me just the cards are very awkward because they're large, but they have to be large so that you can see them. Let me just shuffle a little more. They're pre-shuffled. I've shuffled them quite extensively for you, and what we'll do is shuffle a little more and put in 2 reversals like so, and continue to shuffle again. I want to say that it should be a very dynamic month for your work, and particularly for your personal relationship. Maybe there's a combination of working with your partner, your lover, your husband, your wife, not only collaborating on your work, but maybe even your daily routines together could become much more pleasant and active. So, let's begin. The first card represents the overall mood or energy of the month of March for you, Libra. And we have, let me place that in the frame for you so that it doesn't escape us in the wind. It's a very windy day here on the big island of Hawaii. Let me turn that for you. And that is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. What a beautiful, beautiful card. The King is the navigator king. He's the mariner king, the water king. This is a king that's compassionate. He's a compassionate leader. Therefore, it implies that you will be a compassionate leader. This is about emotional mastery, remaining calm and centered despite whatever storms or turbulence, emotional turbulence there may be around you. Not losing your head, though some may lose their head around you. Whether this takes place in your office space, in your work environment, or in your home, the king represents calm, even, mature, balancing energy, balancing your head with your heart. Now, we've got Mars in the 6th house. That brings a lot of high energy, ambitious energy, driven energy into the work space. So, this is a wonderful omen of healing and emotional well-being within your work environment. It may also indicate that you need, perhaps, to consult a compassionate professional about your work or perhaps about your health. You receive support in your daily routines as well. Someone may be aiding or helping you. Now, Venus is in the 7th, and the 7th is about relationship. It shows that you will be able to maintain a very stable and mature relationship. Your partner perhaps is mature, devoted. This is a mature, devoted partnership that gives you deep emotional support. It could also represent a kind of emotional breakthrough in your relationship. Maybe you're leaning on your partner for emotional support in your work or in your health concerns. If it is your health concerns, then you will be seeking a compassionate health advisor. So that is what we have for our, here we go, in the position of the overall energy or mood of the month. So let me get my cards again and put this here so that we separate it from the rest of the cards. And in the position of the challenge of the month, we have a major arcana challenge. We have Temperance. Temperance. Let me put my cards down for a moment and think about it. Temperance. Temperance is a beautiful, beautiful card. Temperance is about moderation, tempering extremes. So, you might have to take the middle route, the middle course in some kind of dispute. You might be the mentor, or not mentor, mediator. That's the word, mediator, in some argument, because we've got Mars in the 6th. So the work environment may be very stressful, and some arguments or conflicts may arise, and you have to take the middle ground. You have to be the balancing force. You may feel frustrated again with other people's underperformance, or perhaps lack of focus. And your challenge is to maintain an attitude of patience, diplomacy, and you might be cautioned here against making impulsive decisions within your work environment, or having to do with your health, or having to do with your relationship. Don't be impulsive. Don't be all or nothing about a situation. There may be a lack of moderation in your diet as well. Remember, the 6th house is about your health. So overindulgence, either you're overindulging in food consumption or in working too hard to the point of exhaustion. This is also a card of holistic healing. Maybe you're entertaining the idea of taking a more holistic approach to your health. Could be that your relationship is being tested in some way. Some extremes, and you have to bring your relationship back to a level of peace and harmony. Again, Libras are very good at this. And so there's avoid ultimatums. That's what I was thinking of. Avoid any kind of ultimatums within your relationship or with coworkers. Just play the role of the moderator, the mediator in work. This is what this means. And this is a card also of art. So maybe on another level, your challenge is some artistic project, bringing your sense of aesthetics into your work or into your relationship. Creating art in some way is your challenge this month. So with that, let me remove the card and we'll put that in here in the position of the unexpected. We have the Page of Cups, another water card. So we had the King of Cups, and now we have the Page of Cups. This is interesting, nice symmetry here in this reading. So we have, let me put the cards down. We have the Page of Cups in the position of the unexpected, and that's a very beautiful, beautiful surprise, because the Page of Cups is about emotional news, positive emotional news, and it could represent births, news about a birth, news about fertility, news about weddings, any kind of occasion that evokes high emotions. This is also about a creative breakthrough, a sudden creative breakthrough, innovative ideas, which requires you to pivot from your current strategy. Or it could be on a mundane level, an unexpected job opportunity, perhaps even in a creative field. Emotional shifts, maybe just finding more meaning in routine tasks, such as spring cleaning, with Mars in the 6th and Venus in the 7th, you might very well beautify your home or yourself, or just there's a creative project that you could start with your significant other. Maybe you hear positive news about a promotion your job application when you weren't really even expecting to hear anything about it. Health-wise, you may receive some surprising diagnosis that lets you implement a sort of proactive healing plan. This is healing breakthrough. Or maybe you decide that the healing strategy that you implemented is the right one, surprisingly. And again, unexpected pregnancy, unexpected news about birth or weddings, such as that. The Page of Cups is the Page of Cups is a really it's all about emotion, an emotional surprise, like a proposal, an engagement surprise, out of the blue, a romantic gesture, out of the blue, or an apology. Maybe you just see your partner with fresh eyes. Unexpected moments of tenderness is what this is all about. So, that is the unexpected for March. Let's put this here and pick up the cards and move to the very final card. The outcome. What is the wow, look at this. Finally, we have a Pentacles card. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow, how beautiful is that? The 10 of Pentacles. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful card, meaning that you may very well be building a family business. This is family support. Your significant other may be supporting you in some kind of business enterprise. This is wealth. This is family wealth, shared wealth, and inheritance. You very well could see some incredible family support for your work or for your relationship. Say, family approval of your relationship. Being able to move forward with an enterprise that involves a group decisions, bringing in money from your lineage, building a family legacy together with others that support you, that are your allies. Maybe your family supporting you in your health concerns. Maybe you're finding financial assistance for your work, for that artistic project, that aesthetic project. But it's wealth. The name of the card is wealth. So at the end of the month, whether it's from inheritance, a family business, or just family support, you're better off financially. This is material stability. I think that this month is going to be wonderful as far as advancing, progressing in your work and in your relationship. Your relationship will become your foundation, your material, and your psychological foundation. And it never hurts to have a little extra money to support your projects. That is what I believe will be coming up for you this month, Libra. And thank you very much for joining me. All my love. I'll see you next month. Thank you for your support. Aloha.